Okay, so let's get into this really weird trend that's been coming out of Hollywood. And on the surface, yeah, it seems kind of bizarre, maybe even a little gross, but it might actually reveal something much, much deeper about fame, about wealth, and about this huge disconnect from everyday life. And it all starts with some confessions from the last people you'd ever expect. All right, so where did this all start? Well, over the last few years, a bunch of A-list stars, we're talking about people whose entire job is to look polished and perfect on camera, they started admitting something pretty strange. They're not that into bathing. And no, they weren't joking. So first up, you've got Jake Gyllenhaal. He just kind of casually drops in an interview that he finds bathing to be, well, less and less necessary. His whole thing is that our bodies naturally clean themselves, and this whole daily shower ritual, it's kind of an exaggeration, something we do out of habit, not because we actually need to. And then there's Matthew McConaughey. This one's pretty wild. He's openly said he hasn't worn deodorant in over 2 decades. His philosophy, your body just figures it out. He's totally convinced his natural body chemistry adjusts, and he says his own scent is perfectly fine. All right, all right, all right. But it doesn't stop with just a personal choice. For some, it's a whole family philosophy. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis pretty much broke the internet when they revealed they only wash their kids when you can see the dirt on them. No daily baths, not even for their newborns. And that's when this conversation got a lot bigger than just personal habits. So you have to ask yourself, what is really going on here? Is this just a quirky thing that rich people do? A harmless little eccentricity? I mean, it seems to make zero sense for people who live their lives in front of high-definition cameras. To really get to the bottom of this, we have to look for a clue in a really unexpected place. And that clue, believe it or not, comes from the Academy Award-winning movie Parasite. Now, if you've seen it, you know it's an absolute masterclass in social commentary. And the whole thing revolves around one central, incredibly powerful, and completely invisible idea. And that idea is smell. In the movie, the director uses scent as this powerful symbol to show the massive, uncrossable gap between the rich and the poor, between the people who live down in the basement and the people who live up in the sun. The rich Park family is always talking about the smell of their employees, the Kim family. Now, this is the key. It's not a smell of being unclean. The Kims are trying desperately to be clean to keep up their act. No, it's the smell of their life. It's the smell of their semi-basement apartment, the damp concrete, the subway. It's a reality that sticks to them no matter how much soap they use. This whole idea drives the climax of the film. The wealthy father, Mr. Park, he can ignore almost anything his driver does wrong. But the one thing he absolutely cannot stand, the one thing that makes him physically recoil, is that smell. And the Parks? Well, they're described as having no smell at all. It's like they exist on a different sensory plane. So this parasite principle, it's the perfect way to understand the double standard happening with these celebrities. The reasons they give for not bathing sound really enlightened, even noble. But they're justifications that only work if you live in a world where you're totally immune to the consequences. And here's where you really see that divide. A celebrity says they're skipping showers to save water, and they're praised for being eco-conscious. You or I do that, we're probably getting a quiet word from HR. They say it's to preserve their skin's microbiome, and it sounds like a cutting-edge wellness trend. For anyone else, it's just seen as not taking care of yourself. It's a profound luxury to be able to call bad hygiene a bohemian choice. Actress Kristen Bell even chimed in, saying for her kids, she's a big fan of waiting for the stink. She frames it as a totally natural signal, a red flag from the body that tells you, okay, now it's finally time for a wash. But just stop and think about that logic in the real world for a second. Could a teacher tell their principal they're just waiting for the stink red flag before they shower? Could a nurse say that? An office worker in a meeting? Absolutely not. For most of us, hygiene isn't a response to a red flag. It's the mandatory price of admission for social and professional life. And this really gets to the core of the whole thing. It's not that these celebrities are choosing to be dirty in the way we think of it. It's that their entire concept of what it even means to get dirty is fundamentally different from ours. I mean, think about their actual daily life. It's a climate-controlled bubble. They go from a perfect air-conditioned mansion to a private air-conditioned car straight into an air-conditioned studio. They're not commuting on a packed, sweaty subway in August. They're not doing manual labor. If they get a little warm, they can just hop in their private pool. Their environment is literally designed to prevent them from ever getting sweaty or grimy.
And when they are working, their appearance is completely outsourced. There is an entire team of people paid to manage their hair, their makeup, their wardrobe. Sweating on camera isn't a personal problem, it's a continuity problem. A makeup artist is literally standing by to run in with powders so they look exactly the same in every single take. Being clean isn't something they do, it's a service that's done to them.
Now, it's important to say, not everyone in Hollywood is on this bandwagon, and the difference seems to boil down to one really simple thing: physical exertion. You just have to look at someone like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson or Jason Momoa. When this whole debate was going on, they jumped in immediately to say they're the complete opposite. The Rock showers multiple times a day, after his morning workout, after he gets home from work, and then again before bed. And why? Because his entire brand, his entire life, is built around intense physical activity that makes you sweat. For him, a shower isn't a philosophical choice, it's just a basic necessity. So when you strip everything else away, this debate was never really about soap or water or skin microbiomes. The real dividing line here is wealth and the incredibly insulating bubble that it creates around you. For the vast, vast majority of us, being clean is a non-negotiable part of just existing in the world. It's a basic requirement to hold a job, to have friends, to ride public transit, to participate in society without being judged or pushed away. It's just an unspoken social contract we all follow. But when you get to a certain level of extreme wealth and fame, things that are necessities for everyone else, they suddenly become optional lifestyle choices. Your reality becomes so insulated that a fundamental social rule, like daily hygiene, turns into this abstract idea that you can have an opinion about. You can almost see the progression. An actor starts out living a normal life, dealing with the same stuff we all do. Then, as the fame and the money grows, their world gets smaller, more isolated, managed by other people. And eventually, they can get to this point of peak privilege where the basic daily realities of normal life just become distant memories, replaced by these abstract philosophies. And that leaves us with the final question, really. When these celebrities talk about not needing to bathe, are they actually sharing some enlightened, eco-friendly philosophy? Or are they, maybe without even realizing it, just revealing how profoundly and completely disconnected their world has become from our own?